Hi, and welcome to Design Space Friday. Today, I want to share with you something I did last year. I created a flower out of an ornament that had an overlay. And then when I cut it, I cut the overlay of the flower out of vellum. And then I cut the base of the flower out of just cardstock. And I did it by doing a vinyl kiss cut with the vellum, and so it just kind of gave it an outline, kind of like a scoring look. So let me first show you how I created the flower. And as you saw, it's just an ornament, and I have brought in 6 ornaments, and I've lined them up to how I would like them to look. You can do them however you want, and as you can see, they're still grouped. So I want to slowly ungroup each of the ornaments so that we can weld together just the parts. So we'll have a base flower and we'll have an overlay of the flower. And we just have to go and get each one of them ungrouped. All right, now they're ungrouped. So let's start with the base flower, and that's the green. So using the layers, I'm going to hold the shift key and click next to the green ornament part of the ornament. And I'm going to do all 6 of them. And then I'm going to weld it. Now it will bring it to the front. And you can see there's just that little bit of the spot. If you don't like that, you can change it. The overlay will cover it. So we'll click on that, arrange it to the back. And now we're going to take and do the same thing, but we're going to do it with the overlay. Make sure we get all of them. Since the other part is already welded, it went to the bottom, which made it a little bit easier to grab all of those. And then again, we want to weld. So now we have an overlay and a flower. Now, the way I did it was I put the dial on vinyl and I put it real light, the lightest vinyl I could. And when it was done, it did not cut all the way through the vellum. However, I did want the outline to be cut. So what I did was I duplicated the base of the flower and I changed the color. And I'll show you why I did that. And then when I do the make it, I will go to my Cricut. I'll do that first. And I'll put the dial on custom. And then I will wait. It has to find it there for a minute. Okay, now for each of the mats I can pick. So let's just say I'm going to start with the overlay part. As you can see, we brought it up there, as you can see. And I want that to be the light vinyl. So you can just search and type in vinyl. And then you can just pick whichever vinyl that you want to use. Just whatever works the lightest. You might even have to play with it a little bit. I definitely wouldn't use any of the glitter ones because it usually goes really heavy on that. But you can just pick one and then it's ready to cut. Now once it's finished cutting with that piece, I immediately put that same mat back in and I click on the white one, and then I'm going to change it. You can either just turn it to cardstock because you're going to use cardstock for the next 2, or you can pick it yourself on oh, and see, there's even less. I like that. Something new I learned. So on that vellum one, you can even say less to make sure that it doesn't cut all the way through. And then when you come here, you can put more, but better yet, just put the material, take it off the custom material and put it on the cardstock. And because they're both in the same place on the mat, it will just cut around it again, just as if it was cutting it for the first time, and it would just cut the outline. So I hope that made sense, and I will have the picture of the card on my blog, so definitely go and look and see what it looks like. Thank you very much.